Welcome to another episode of Nez Nation Live Office Hours. This is the show, replay viewers and welcome live viewers, where you can get all your questions answered regarding how in the world do I figure out this thing called the internet so I can grow my business, so I can grow my brand, so I can grow my platforms, so I can monetize, so I can do what I love. You can ask me anything. I've been in the online game for over 2 decades. And if you're watching this on the replay, make sure you watch till the end because I guarantee you're going to get a ton of value. It's Nez Nation Live, y'all. Yo, welcome everybody. How in the world are you? Look at the brand new set. What do you think? It's still a work in progress. I've ordered a brand new camera. But I'm really happy with the shelves. I'm happy with the lighting. I'm still tweaking a few things, as you guys know, content creators, business owners, brand specialists. You know how it is. You're constantly tweaking, constantly evolving. But hey, I'm just so excited to see you guys. Welcome to another episode of Office Hours with yours truly. I'm Professor Nez, your personal branding coach, helping you, hopefully inspiring you to grow your impact and your income online. I'm so excited to see you guys. And, if you have any questions at all, there is a pinned comment at the top. If you're watching this on LinkedIn, it's not pinned, but everywhere else, YouTube, etc., we have a pinned comment at the top. Let me know how I'm coming in, too, if I sound okay. We have a pinned comment where you can fill out. It's a very simple questionnaire, just so you can kind of get a little bit more in-depth with your question, and I will be responding. This is a live Q&A where you get all your questions answered. And so everything related to growing your impact, building your platforms, building your online presence, your digital story, clarity is better than equipment. Clarity is more important than gear. Clarity is more important than getting a $6,000 camera or getting a brand new $10,000 PC. Clarity is everything, because when you confuse, you lose. And so people need to understand that what COVID has done, COVID has accelerated the inevitable. Okay, the inevitable means this is where everything's happening. Where you're watching me from, whether it's on a mobile device, a tablet, or a desktop, this is where everything is happening, okay? Netflix has taught us that, it actually taught the entire industry that, Disney, HBO, Paramount, Fox, NBC, all these companies now finally get it. Amazon Prime, all these companies now finally realize, holy macadamia nut, this is where everything is headed. Did you know that Netflix actually reached its highest numbers way beyond all projections in 2020? This is recession-proof. Understanding where the attention is, understanding, and there's nothing supernatural about this philosophy. There's nothing extraordinary about this methodology. It's just a matter of understanding where the eyeballs and earballs are. That's what it's all about. And so I've been able to build, I'm living proof of this, I've been able to build 2 multiple 6-figure online businesses, my consulting business and my online academy, as well as multiple other streams of revenue. I'm not flexing. There's nothing amazing. There's nothing original. There's nothing crazy about me, Professor Nez. I mean, I just know that this is where I need to be, and this is where I need to communicate my value. And so it's all about understanding who you are, understanding who your audience is, and then crafting a compelling message. And so that's what this show is all about. That's what my brand is all about. And I'm just so excited to see you guys. Welcome. What do you guys think? You guys like the set? It's still a major work in progress. Yes, Mr. Camera Junkie. Lewis, how are you, sir? Good to see you. Abdullah on LinkedIn. It's great to see you. We got Jurgen in the house. Good to see you, Jurgen. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Jurgen. Clarity, for sure. Clarity. Abdullah asked the first question, how can I grow my YouTube? Well, holy macadamia nut. That's a very, very involved question, but I'm happy to answer that. Give me a little bit more background And I'd really love it if you could fill out the questionnaire. There's a questionnaire. Come over here on YouTube, Abdullah, if you don't see it. On LinkedIn, there's a questionnaire there that I'd like for you to fill out, because that's where I can really kind of see, what your channel is and what it's about, etc. I'd really appreciate it if you could do that, and then I will bring the question up. I mean, you can give me a little bit more detail in the comments. That's totally fine. I love that. Sweeney Dunstan in the house. Yes, my main mods are in the house. It's great to see you. Single to Taken TV. How in the world are you? Hey, thank you so much, man. I really like it a lot. And again, I'm a simple dude. I'm not a tech dude. You look at Lewis and you look at all these amazing content creators, YouTubers. They've got like, Nick Nimmin. They got these amazing, elaborate sets and lighting and camera work and angles. I like to keep it very, very simple, probably because this dude can't figure it out. I'm more of a in front of the camera kind of person rather than behind the camera kind of person. And so my specialty really lies in delivering substance. As far as like the technical stuff, it's just not my game. And so that's why I refer to and defer to experts like Lewis, Mr. Camera Junkie, who I've been talking to in the DMs, and other people. Let me take a little sip of my green tea. But thank you so much. It's still a work in progress, and I think when I get that beautiful bokeh, that blurred background experience, it's going to really, really pop, and I'm super excited. If you're just joining us, you're watching Office Hours. We go live every single Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and this is where you can get all your questions. And so I'm really, really excited to see you guys. By the way, Sweeney, I just sneezed. Snez Nation is in the house. So this is a show where we bring more humanness to this digitalness. And you know what? I even have some stream beats here by the great... let me know if you guys can hear that, if that sounds okay. But yeah, it's fantastic to see you guys. If you have any questions... I would really, really appreciate it. Hey, Carlos, good to see you. Carlos Phoenix is in the house. Yeah, Carlos knows his tech stuff. That is for sure. Nez Nation in the house. Hey, Warren, how are you, sir? There is a questionnaire in the pinned comment. If you don't mind filling that out, if you have any questions, first come, first serve. No, you can't post the link there, Abdullah. It won't work. But just, I'm not doing really channel audits. But what I can do is do this. I can actually share with you what I think you should do, okay? Because and by the way, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, because I have a brand new video coming out this week, probably either tomorrow or Tuesday. I'm not sure when it's going to come out because I'm still editing it, but I'm going to do an in-depth case study of a brand new channel that I started. It only has 7 to 5 videos on it. And I started it January 23rd, literally 8 weeks ago. And it's already got over 20,000 views. It's already got 3,000 hours of watch time. We're going to monetize. We've got over almost 200 subscribers. Brand new channel. And I did not do one single promotion. I did not share it once to Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. No ads. All organic. Understanding what YouTube wants. You have to understand something. This is the key to growing on YouTube. The key to growing on YouTube is before you publish one video, okay? I started this main channel completely wrong. I think most YouTubers, when they first started, it was kind of like just flinging things at the wall and just, just throwing stuff up and just seeing what sticks. A lot of us did not start our channels correctly, and that's okay. We modify, we adjust, we evolve. I should have hundreds of thousands of subscribers on this channel. I'm getting really close. I'm going to cross 10,000 probably by May. Hope. And we're going to have a 10,000 subscriber giveaway and a celebration on this channel for sure. I'm going to be giving away books. I'm going to be giving away coaching packages. By the way, members only of the channel, we're going to be doing our first private live stream of many to come this Wednesday. And so if you're a member of this channel, this is a chance for you to go deeper with me. So if you want to join that, there's a little join button down below on YouTube. Can you guys hear the music? Or is it too low? Let me know if you can hear the music. This is Harris Heller, who I love. He's just awesome, and he has this streaming company that's totally copyright free, and I just think he's amazing. Can you guys hear this? Can you hear this, Lewis? Hassanur, good to see you on Facebook. No music. You can't hear the music, is that right? Or what does that mean, no music? Hey, thank you so much, Jurgen. I really appreciate that. A bit quiet. Okay, thank you. Oh, there's British history. Yes, Philippa. I want to get that right. Philippa, I met on, let me see if I can turn this up a little bit. Philippa, I met her on Clubhouse last night, and she has got a fantastic channel, and make sure you go check that out. So Abdullah, let me get to your question. Again, there's a pinned comment on YouTube. There's a questionnaire there. If you want to fill that out, I'm happy to answer any questions you have. It's great to see you, Philippa. It's so great to see you. Thank you for being here. So I'll talk about the membership in just a little bit. But George Fisher in the house on LinkedIn. Great to see you. So, George, how about now? Can you hear it now? Hasunar. How do you say that? I'll just call you HS for now. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Oh, great. Now I've got advertisements. Isn't that funny? Thank you, Spotify. Okay, we'll nix the music. So, Abdullah, this is what I want to say to you about starting on YouTube, okay? So most of us, like I said, we started YouTube completely the wrong way. The beautiful thing about YouTube is because it's governed by the greatest search engine on planet Earth, Google, backed by the AI Google Brain, and YouTube is the second largest search engine on the planet. You have content that can live and actually establish longevity and royalty income for years. I have performing some of my top Okay, no problem. I'll have to figure that out later, but I wanted to add some stream music, a little background music. You have to understand that there is literally no platform on planet Earth. A Facebook post lasts a minute. A tweet lasts 2 seconds. A LinkedIn post can have longevity, but not quite as long. The searchability and discoverability, Instagram lasts 2 seconds. The search, Snapchat, 24 hours. Instagram stories, 24 hours. Fleets, doesn't even make a difference. TikTok, there's no searchability. So if you don't make it to the FYP, the For You page, it's gone. The beautiful thing about YouTube is if you do it right and you feed the algorithm what it wants, okay, you have evergreen longevity royalty income for years to come. My top performing videos, I got one video that's earning me several hundreds of dollars every week. And if not more, maybe a couple $100, $300 a week. And I did it back in 2017. So this is a 4-year-old video that's still earning me royalty income every single month, close to thousands of dollars. I'm telling you right now, if you start YouTube right, I'm so excited about this new channel, okay? And I'm going to go in depth in a video so you can really understand it. But I'm just going to give you a brief summation. If your content, Abdullah, is about African content, the one thing that I would say is absolutely important starting on YouTube is diving very, very deep into who is the ideal viewer, who is the ideal audience that will get the most value from your content. Most content creators on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, they make content that they're interested in. They make content that they think their audience should like, would like, could like. That is the reverse of what is needed. That is the wrong approach if you want to grow on YouTube, all organically. This new channel I started back in January, not one promotion. When I say promotion, I haven't even shared it once on my kids' lives, knock on wood, on my kids' lives. I have not promoted it once. It is so niche down. We know exactly who we're targeting. We know exactly the ecosystem. We researched and analyzed the space for months months, maybe years. I've been intending to start this new channel for years. I finally started it January 23rd of 2021, just a few months ago. I mean, barely 8 weeks ago. And this channel has 20,000 views and counting. Each video has over a couple of thousand views. One video has almost 10,000 views. And it's our most recent video. And I'm going to break that down in a brand new video that's going to be coming out this week. It is the ultimate case study because I'm not just doing it based on, what I think. It's not intellectual knowledge. It's not like I'm guessing. I actually have proof. And I'm going to go through the analytics one step at a time. So if you're thinking to yourself, man, I really want to start on YouTube. I really want to grow on YouTube. I want to have a presence. I want to get views. I want to build my subscriber base and my audience. This is going to be the video for you. This is going to be the ultimate case study, okay? Because I'm going to actually show you proof. And so I'm really, really excited about that. And so if you're creating African content, why? You need to ask yourself, why? Why would anybody want to watch this? What would make somebody, watch this, click on this? What are some titles and thumbnails that are going to incentivize your audience to want to click on that? And then once they click, because the click is everything. If you want to start on YouTube, any kind of video content, really, because, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, all of these need some sort of clickability motive. There needs to be a motive to click. There's so much competition out there. There's so much saturation. Why should I click on your video? But that's only the beginning. The beginning is the click. When you win the click, now what are you going to do? Once you win that click, it's absolutely imperative that you capitalize on that. And you don't have something that's just clickbaity or does not deliver on the promise you made in your title and thumbnail. And so I talked about this on Clubhouse last night, something I like to call a dessert first mentality. Most people, they think their retention strategy, there's this thing called audience retention, okay? Average view duration, average percentage viewed. I'll get into all this in the video that I'm going to release. But the real crux of the matter is that, most creators, most content creators, they put their best stuff at the end. And they're talking about themselves for the first minute, 2 minutes. I'm going to share a metric with you that I actually have proof that it will blow up your channel. And also, I've got confirmation from amazing one in particular. I won't mention his name. He's got over 2.5 million subscribers. But I actually did a test myself. I actually did an experiment myself, and I looked at all my videos in my real-time views that are doing really well. I'm going to share with you a metric that's going to complement and confirm what I call a dessert-first mentality, which, just really quickly to define that, it means putting your best stuff first. The best stuff first. Don't even worry about the end. If you look in your analytics, I guarantee you're going to see that your average percentage viewed, it's probably not over 50, 60% most of the time. You're lucky if it gets over 40% most of the time. But I'm going to tell you the most important metric for blowing up on YouTube. Who's ready for me? Give me a hashtag me. Give me a hashtag me if you're ready for this. Who's ready for this? Hey, Steve, good to see you. Great to see you, Steve. Fantastic. Great to see you. Yes, thank you. Thank you, HS. Thank you, HS. I really appreciate that. Looks like we got a troll on Twitch. Holy mackerel. Why would you do that? This is the wrong thing to do. This is the wrong thing to do right here. You want to grow? Do not do this. This is awful. Okay? I'm calling you out, whoever you are, because I'm hoping to educate you. This is the wrong thing to do. Why would you buy followers and subscribers that have no relativity, that have no interest in your content, that will probably be robots for what? For vanity? For vanity? Like, what is that? That's awful. Do not do that. Build the right way. If you want something good, it takes time. If you want something powerful, it takes time. Hey, Abdullah, how about a little bit of patience, man? I'm just kidding. Abdullah's like, I'm waiting. Give it to me, man. Give it to me now. This is a strategy, retention strategy. You see, you got to use this in your videos too. Jimmy Veras, JV in the house. Good to see you. Absolutely. Seeing this on Clubhouse already. Oh, the buying followers and stuff? Yeah. Yeah, totally. Totally. It's terrible. It's awful. It's absolutely awful. Do not buy anything. Don't buy subscribers. Do not buy followers. Don't buy paid ads to grow your YouTube channel. Did you hear what I said earlier about I didn't promote this channel, which I'm not even going to promote it here. I'm not even going to tell you what the channel is. I did not promote one video. I did not share one video. I did not share the channel to anybody. Why? Because I knew exactly who I was serving, and YouTube recognized that, and YouTube does all the promotion. When you know your audience and you deliver unceasingly, write this down. When you know your audience and you deliver value unceasingly time after time, YouTube says, okay, that's really interesting. People are clicking on this video. People are watching this video. We're going to help Professor Nez. We're going to help Abdullah. We're going to help Steve. We're going to help Philippa. We're going to help Jurgen. And we're going to promote this for you. Okay, I know you're waiting. I know you're waiting. Steve says something really powerful. It's basically giving yourself free arrogance. Yeah, it is. Okay, Abdullah, are you ready? I want to know if Abdullah's ready more than anybody. Here's the number one metric. Here is the number one metric, excuse me. This is the number one metric that you need to pay attention to, okay? Has to do with dessert first mentality. The number one metric, I'm going to write this down, I'm going to bring it up, is you want 70%. Gosh, I'm so old, I need glasses. Can't see a thing. I can't see a thing. 70%. 70%. Retention in the first 30 seconds of your video. That's the number one metric you need to pay attention to. I'm telling you right now, and what I want to do actually, because we go live every single week, I would love for you guys to look in your analytics and experiment with this. Try to find ways. If you can get 70% retention in the first 30 seconds, your video will blow up. Do you want to know exactly how to check that? How many people want to know exactly how to check that? If you're like, Nez, I have no idea, how do I even check that? Leave me a hashtag me in the chat. Let me a hashtag me. If you want me to go screen share and show you exactly where to go to check that. If you're like, Nez, I have no idea how to even check that, where do I go to check that? Okay? If you want that, let me know in the chat. Give me a hashtag me. That's the number one most important metric. If you can get 70% retention, which means more than 70%, more than 60% of people are watching your video, still staying on your video after the first 30 seconds, that is an amazing metric, okay? That's all you need to worry about, to be honest. That's really all you need to worry about. And so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to go into my studio, okay, and click on analytics, and I'm going to show you something, okay? I'm going to show you something. Okay. So let's go to this video here. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to show you something right now. Okay. Let me just, I'm going to screen share in just a second. Okay. So this is a perfect example. Okay. So let me screen share real fast and I'm going to show you. Silver Fox in the house. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Lewis just said something really powerful. You need to hook your audience in the first. Yes, you do. You absolutely do. Okay. Now, can you guys see this? And let me see if I can get a little bit more zoomed in here. Let's see. Okay. All right. Now, here's a video. I'm in my analytics. Here's a video that I published. Okay. This was published, I think, about a week ago or so. Okay. and you can see that I pressed analytics. Okay, you see how? So I have details over here on the left. Now I'm clicking on analytics on the left-hand tab. And then what you want to do is you want to go to, you have these tabs up here. You have overview, reach, engagement, audience, revenue. Click on engagement, okay? And then scroll down, okay? And this is where you can see if you have good retention. There's a little retention graph. How many people can see that? Give me a hashtag yes. Hashtag yes, I can see this, Nez. Do you see that retention graph underneath the video? You see how it says key moments for audience retention? Yep, I changed your account, Silver Fox. So I made this account. You said this account is a mod, right? And actually, Lewis says something really powerful, that this is how you can do it. You don't want to just wait until 20 seconds in. You know, when I say the first 30 seconds, the first second is the most important. Okay, the first second is the most important. But I'm going to show you something here. So this retention graph, you're going to see right there. Okay, I'm going to highlight this. What does that say right there? What does that say right there? It says 77% of viewers are still watching around the 30-second mark. 77% are still watching. This video, which just got published last week, this video is going to tell YouTube, okay, and it's already getting a ton more views than it used to. This video is going to tell YouTube that, hey, people are sticking around. People are watching this after the 30-second mark. This video is going to do phenomenal. I know it is, based on that metric right there. So I just zoomed in some more. Let me see if you can. Let me see if you guys see that. I just zoomed in some more. That's how you can tell. This little retention graph here. This is where you can tell. Like you can see it's sort of dipping, but even at the minute mark, okay, you can see that I have 71% of people sticking around on this video. Now you're going to see these dips, and obviously you don't want that hockey stick effect. You want this line to be as flat as possible, but that's what I'm talking about right there. That's how you tell. Now, if you go to your videos and it says 30%, 40%, anything below 70%, that is an indication that you're not hooking your audience. That's an indication right there. Okay? And so you need to really, really pay attention to that. That is, I'm telling you right now, that is the most important metric on your YouTube channel. As a matter of fact, it's the most important metric on any platform: LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. Now, if it's a short or a TikTok or a reel on Instagram, the first 2 seconds, first 1 second, first 3 seconds, you got to have major retention, right? But I'm telling you right now, you need to start right at the beginning. This is what most YouTubers and content creators do. When they start their video, they do this. Hi, I'm Professor Nez. I'm a personal branding coach, and my wife and I run an agency where we help executives and professionals brand themselves online. I've been, creating content for over 2 decades. I have a very strong online business, and yada yada. They just talk about themselves for the first minute, 2 minutes. That's the wrong way to do it, y'all. That's the wrong way to do it. By the way, there's a questionnaire in the pinned comment. If you want to fill that out and ask a question, really quickly, let me just reset the room, as they say on Clubhouse. If you're just joining us, you're watching Office Hours. We go live every single Sunday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific time, 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. Philippa, if you're still here, let me know what time it is over there, because I don't know. What is it? 8 hours ahead? I think the UK is 8 hours ahead. So yeah, do the math on that. But this is a show where you basically can ask me anything you want. There's a pinned comment with a questionnaire form, and I would really, really appreciate it if you could fill that out. And that is okay. So Jimmy says, I'm between 66 to 68%. That's good, dude. That's not bad. That's good. You just figure out some ways in which you can, and look, I've got some videos recently that I published that have like 50% or 45%. So obviously I didn't do a good job of hooking them. Look, I feel I have a really, really good knowledge base about this stuff. I've been in the content creation online space for 2 decades. And so I feel like I've got a real strong grasp. And I've been obsessed, eat, sleeping, and breathing YouTube for the past 4 or 5 years. I mean, I started my channel in 2016, almost 5 years ago. But I mean, the last year, 2020 and maybe late 2019 is when I really, really just became an obsessed YouTuber, because this is the best platform on planet Earth. The data really informed me. So I want to say this to you, JV, Jimmy Veras. And by the way, fill out the questionnaire if you have any questions. I want to say this to you, JV. I feel like I'm a master at this. I feel like I'm really good at communicating, because it really comes down to communication. But let me tell you something. I'm always trying to get better. I'm always trying to get better, because if you ever get complacent as a content creator, it's game over. And so, dude, I want to commend you, because 66 to 68% is good. You just need to do a little bit of tweaking. It's 6 p.m. Okay. Philippa says it's 6 p.m. Really good. I got to make sure to subscribe to your channel too. Philippa's got an amazing channel where she's doing historical tours, educating, informing her audience on historical perspectives and values and sites. I love history. I'm a big fan of history, and I want to help Philippa as much as I can. So Philippa, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for taking the time to be here. By the way, have you smashed the smash button, AKA the like button? And have you shared this out? Because I don't know if you know this or not, but sharing is caring. And if you love this kind of stuff and you're getting value, make sure you hit that smash button. Super chats are appreciated, but not expected. I also just started a brand new Buy Me a Coffee. If you check well, actually, no, there isn't in there, but I'll leave a link if you're interested. You're like, hey, Nez, I'm getting a lot of value from you. I'd like to buy you a coffee. Feel free. I'd actually kind of be curious to see how it worked. I literally just started my my Buy Me a Coffee account yesterday. And so I'm going to see if I can actually bring it up. Let me see if I can bring it up, and then I can share the link. But yeah, I'm actually really curious to see. Let's see. I think I have a pinned tweet. Yeah. Okay. So here's my Buy Me a Coffee account. I'll leave this in the comment. I just thought this is so cool. And if you have any experience with this, let me know, because, I'm always interested in the creator economy and how powerful it is. And so, I FTW, what does that mean? This is my, for the win. Okay. This is my, Buy Me a Coffee link right there. Hey, Abdullah, don't think that that's a bad thing. I want to change your perspective on this. I want to change your perspective on this. He says, I just have 227 subscribers. Okay. I want to say something that's really, really important. I have to say this. This is super, super important. And please make sure you hit that like button. Your subscriber count is meaningless. I'm going to tell you this right now. Okay? It is not the metric that defines your value and your worth. Now, when I say meaningless, I mean meaningless as a point of reference as to how well you're doing. Okay? It's not meaningless. It's extremely the opposite of meaningless when I tell you this. You have to understand something. 227 subscribers, is a lot of people. That's 227 people who said, you know what, Abdullah? I've decided to opt in. I've decided to listen to you. I've decided to give you my time. That is a valuable thing. There's one thing on planet Earth that you can never get a refund for. That is your time. And so the fact that 227 individuals have said, I'm going to give you my time, is a very, very powerful thing. Do not take that lightly. 227 subscribers is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. But see, it's not the metric that defines the value of your channel. It's not the metric that really has any bearing on getting sponsorships, brands. People think it has to do with these vanity metrics. It doesn't. It has to do with watch time, views, and engagement. And so I'm gonna posit something to you right now, Abdullah, because I think this is going to bring a ton of value to the entire room. And Lewis just beat me to the punch. And so did Philippa. I want you to listen to these two comments right here. Lewis, I'm so glad to see you, Lewis. Always great to see you, my main mod. Imagine 227 people in a room waiting for you to talk. Imagine that. Philippa says something even better. I always imagine being in my room talking to my subscriber. It helps visualize the awesomeness of each subscriber. These are people who are giving you their time. It's a very valuable thing. Do not take that lightly. Do not take that lightly. And by the way, if you're looking to monetize, if you're looking to, actually do this, and you love creating content, you love creating impact, you notice how my value proposition is inspiring you to grow your impact first and income. Income is second online, because you cannot have income without impact. And if you're only thinking about income, game over. Don't get me wrong. I've got kids. I've got a mortgage. I've got a wife who likes nice things, and she deserves them. She's in my business. She's the smartest human being I know. She's a billion times more talented than me, a billion times more smarter than me. Money is important. Don't get me wrong. But the value is in creating a thriving community. And I have seen creators who have less subscribers than you, Abdullah, but they've actually carefully crafted content that serves 100 people. And those 100 people are devotees. They're zealots. They're fans. They're super fans for that brand. And anything that they promote, a product, a service, whatever, a membership, those fans are all in. So this person is monetizing their channel with less subscribers than you. Well, that's the wrong way to do it. That's the wrong way to do it, Abdullah. I would say definitely as a new channel, the last thing you want to do is promote your channel. I would highly recommend, Abdullah, that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay? Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Turn on all notifications, because the video I'm going to release in the next couple of days is going to talk specifically about this. Brand new channel that I started January 23rd of this year, 2021. It's already, nearing 200 subs, 20,000 views. 20,000 views cumulatively across the channel with only a few videos and not one single promotion. You need to come check that out. This is how you're going to learn. And I want to say something too. Hey, good to see you, Elena. Elena, fantastic. I know it's really late there in the Philippines, but it's so great to see you. Thank you for being here. And I want to say something to you real fast, Abdullah. Don't feel bad. I'm not trying to criticize you. I'm not saying that you're doing it wrong because of something you did or something about you. Everybody did it wrong. Everybody started their YouTube channel wrong, including yours truly. My main channel, reaching 10,000 subs, this channel should have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of subscribers. If I would have started it with everything that I knew now, which I'm going to share in this new video, I'd be making probably 6 figures a month just on ad revenue alone. And so I'm telling you, this is the best time on planet Earth to start on YouTube. This is the best time on planet Earth to go all in on YouTube. And this is the best time on planet Earth to really have the right strategy moving forward so you don't make the same mistakes that I and so many other people did. Snez Nation in the house. Where you at, Sweeney? Where you at, Sweeney? Yeah, Abdullah, it's just youtube.com/Professor Nez. Just go to YouTube and search Professor Nez and you'll find it. And just make sure you're subscribed. That's all you need to do. By the way, if you're just joining us, I don't know. And I haven't gotten any compliments on my set. I can't believe this. You guys are breaking my heart. No, I'm just teasing. You're watching Office Hours with yours truly. I am your personal branding coach, and we go live every single Sunday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It looks like it's probably 5:30 p.m. in overseas across the Atlantic. And this is where you can ask me anything. There is a pinned questionnaire in the comments that if you have any questions, please leave your questions there, and I'd love to answer your questions. Did you guys notice the painting is gone? I mean, we had this, my amazing aunt-in-law, Mindy. Mindy, if you're watching, love you to death. Helped me create this beautiful new set behind me. I love the lighting. We're going to get beautiful bokeh effect very, very soon. My old camera kind of died, and now I just purchased a brand new camera. It's on its way. And so I'm really excited. I love the new set. I'm really proud of it. Yes, there it is. Brian is in the house. Hey, Brian, how you been, man? Have you been on Clubhouse lately? I don't know. I want to say something that's pretty bold, and this may rattle some feathers. And I hope I'm wrong. I actually hope I'm wrong because I love the app. But I'm noticing something. I'm actually noticing something on Clubhouse and on all these places, and I'd love for you guys to let me know if you notice this as well. I'm trying to get out of the way of the tree so you can see the tree for a second. I think this could be the beginning of the end, y'all, for Clubhouse. I really do. I don't see this app. It's first of all, it's a major productivity time suck. And second of all, I see so many rooms that are just giving terrible advice and terrible information. And a lot of now it's almost seemingly, it seems like the marketers and the other people have kind of taken it over. It's just a lot of pitching and selling. I don't know. I think this could be the beginning. This could be the beginning of the end. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Ahmed, content writer, your new set is colorful, pleasant to the eye. You look great too. Thank you so much. If I don't say so myself, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Brian says, I've been dealing with family issues. I wish you the best, brother. Brian is an intelligent, amazing human being, awesome member of the Nez Nation family. What do we bring? We're bringing more humanness to this digitalness. So good to see you, brother. Okay. Good for you, Elena. Elena says, I've been off the grid for 3 days. That's very, very important. Very, very important. Yeah, I absolutely love that. That's very, very important. Yeah, I mean, you can get bad advice everywhere, and I realize that. I don't know. Maybe it's just an underlying feeling, but I'm just getting this vibe from Clubhouse, like that it's just not the shiny object, new object syndrome. The luster is starting to fade. I hope I'm wrong, because I love this app. And I'll be really curious. Let me know what you think in the chat. Once things start to really open up, and I think by summertime, things are going to really start opening up. I always use Vegas as a litmus test, and Vegas is already getting super, super crowded and super, super saturated. A lot of people are booking. There's statistics now saying that flight bookings have increased. They've kind of returned to what they were before the pandemic, or really close to it. I wonder if I said this from the beginning, that the reason that Clubhouse was so successful was because the reason that Clubhouse was so successful is because people were starving for connection. And we were all stuck at home. We're all quarantined. We're all isolated, alienated from each other. And Clubhouse was just a beautiful, easy way to rectify that, right? And so I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. But I do think that at least it's just a feeling. It's just a vibe I'm getting, that it's starting to lose its luster a little bit. And some of the rooms that I enter, some of the rooms that I've been kind of peeking my kind of dipping my toes in here and there. I mean, I for one would just rather start my own rooms from here on out, because some of the rooms that I join, it just seems like a giant ego parade, and just a lot of empty talk. And I just don't like that at all. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, because it is a very, very cool, convenient app. And I've met some amazing people. Philippa, I met Lewis, Brian, Elena, a lot of amazing people in the chat right now I met on this wonderful app. But I'd love your thoughts. What do you guys think? Do you think this, when things open up, when things really, really open up, which I think is probably Realistically, I think by July 4th, maybe the end of June, mid-June, when school gets out, I think we're going to see an eruption. Like places like Disneyland, Disney World, Las Vegas, Chicago, New York. I think every touristy location is going to see an economic boom this summer. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think Clubhouse and Spaces is going to survive the eruption that I think is inevitable once things... Oh, I think people are starving to spend their money. They're dying to get out. I think that would be powerful. Yeah, Lewis, I've tried, man, but every time I reach out to you, it's probably just a timing thing. Because I know, you got family, I've got family, we both have work, we both have things to do. I actually, Lewis to me is the greatest moderator in Clubhouse history, and I love doing rooms with Lewis. But yeah, Lewis, we need to do some rooms. I'm down like James Brown. We just need to get our timing right. That's all. Tommy Pavia in the house on LinkedIn. Connection plus high-level access to big players. Just my opinion. Yeah, I love that. I absolutely love that. Abdullah says, how do I get a foreign admin to my Facebook page? Just Google it, man. That's just a simple technical thing. It's very, very easy. Lewis, you're killing me, Lewis. We're bringing more sneeziness to this digitalist. That's exactly right. Philippa has an interesting comment. I hope you're wrong, but I see your concerns. I've made some amazing contacts and been in wonderful conversations, especially last night. No? Yeah, I mean, like you could make the argument that you could definitely make the argument. Where are you? Is the Philippines experiencing lockdown again? Because even some places in the United States, in the East Coast, here in California, we're actually doing okay. But I know there's some places on the East Coast that are starting to see a rise in cases. So I'm sorry to hear that, Elena. Oh man, it would be the worst thing ever if we do have to go through another lockdown. That would just be awful. I think there'd be a revolution if the government said we're going to do another lockdown. I think people would go nuts. Brian brings up a really good point about Clubhouse. They're terrible, some of the rooms, people complaining, people trying to sell people on what they do. Yeah, I hate that. You guys, you want to know the key to selling? The key to selling is not selling. Don't think about selling at all. I understand sales is an important part of your business. It's customer acquisition. But it's delivery. It's the way you do it, okay? People can smell that vibe. They can smell your BS cooking a million miles away. Don't underestimate your audience. If you want to sell your products and services, think about the end user. Think about how your product and service can benefit them and just communicate that. And if they're not feeling it, you move on. You say, hey man, I wish you the best. No problem at all. I mean, you got to understand this whole aggressive, sort of high-powered, overbearing sales tactics. They're gone. They're absolutely gone. And as a matter of fact, one thing that's happened over the last 10 years is brands are starting to learn this. Businesses are starting to learn this, that if you are advertising on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, all these different places, and your ad looks like an ad, it's going to get chopped. People are going to delete it. People are going to remove it. It's when your ad doesn't look like an ad, but it's organic to the feed, and you're not selling, you're just communicating. It's just communication with a real understanding and intent to benefit the end user. That's how you sell. That's how you get customers. And so, you don't have to sell. It has nothing to do with selling. Yeah, Lewis, that's exactly right. Build relationships. Yeah, then people will ask for your product. Yeah, I mean, just communicate value, and you're going to absolutely do wonderfully. Great question from Jimmy V. Jimmy V, are you still with me? Give me a hashtag yes. Here's a great question. By the way, who's filled out a questionnaire? We got some questions. Okay, hold on a second. Let me get to some of these. I got one from Ahmed. Okay, Ahmed, I'm going to get to your question. And then I also got one from... I got two from Ahmed. Okay, I got two from Ahmed. Boy, these are long questions, Ahmed, but I'm gonna try to bring them up. Let me see if I can answer Let me see if I can answer Jimmy V's question. So Jimmy V says, do you need to have a set studio backdrop to succeed on YouTube? This is a great question. No, you don't. You don't need a set. You don't need a studio. But I would say this, that because I always advocate for new creators to just get started. Don't worry about equipment. Don't worry about camera gear, because you could spend tens of thousands of dollars and it's not going to help your content if your content is not powerful and it doesn't reach your audience. And so it's really, really important that you start with what you have. I started my YouTube channel with my iPhone 6 or 5, I think. Mr. Beast started his YouTube channel with his iPhone 5. You don't need technology. You don't need a fancy set. You don't need fancy lighting. That stuff will come as you progress and as you get better. Now, what I would say is absolutely a powerful thing to get, something simple and inexpensive. And I have links in the description. I have my entire live streaming podcast gear set up and a link in the description if you want to just check that out. Full disclosure, those are affiliate links, so I do get a small commission, but it does support this channel. I think audio is a really, really important component, because I can say this without a whole lot of hyperbole or exaggeration, that I think nothing speaks to poor quality of video and content than having really, really bad, low, and kind of indiscernible audio. And so audio is something that I think you should think about, and there's so many inexpensive ways. My first equipment, literally my first piece of equipment that I bought, Jimmy V, was a lav mic, a cheap lav mic that just plugged into my phone. It was actually terrible. It didn't help my audio at all, but I'm telling you, that's what I focused on, because as a consumer, as a viewer, I didn't care if it was 720p, 1080p, or 4K. I didn't really care. What really bugged me about videos from creators that I enjoyed was their audio was so bad. And I think if you ask yourself this question, you will find the same for yourself. And so what I would say, Jimmy, is really of tantamount importance, is trying to find audio, inexpensive audio, that just helps your audio a little bit. And I literally think you can get by with, some of the camera quality in modern smartphones is just as good as, really, if not really close, if not exactly the same as some of these fancy cameras that people are spending. So I would definitely look into that. And I hope that's helpful, Jimmy, but no, you don't need fancy sets. You don't need that. It's something that will grow in time. Like, I've had the same set for years, and I listened to my wife finally. I listened to you guys, my audience. I'm just a big fan of simplification. I think this looks amazing. And when I get that beautiful blurred effect with the new camera and that bokeh effect, I think it's really going to pop. And so, really, really powerful. And I want to say hi to BB in the house. Lockdowns will end in 6 months. Yeah, interesting. I hope they do. I hope they end a lot sooner than that. Great to see you, Silver Fox. Members only live stream this Wednesday, and obviously the replay will be there, and I'll share you the link. But members only live stream this Wednesday, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Can you make it, Silver Fox? I know Silver Fox is a member. Good to see you, Silver Fox. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Wow, so true. I was talking about that yesterday in a room. Thank you. Yeah, anytime. And I totally agree with Lewis here. Lewis brings up an amazing point. Yes, bad audio is unwatchable. It really, really is. Bad audio can ruin a live stream. It can ruin here. I'll give you a good example. Like, here's the difference right here. Let me see if I can do this. So if I turn the audio, listen to this. Listen to this, Jimmy V. Hey, y'all, can you hear me? How does this sound right here? So it's the difference between this, okay, if you can hear this. Let me know if you can hear this. You see the difference in the audio? So I just went to my default internal microphone. Can you guys hear this right now? Do you hear the difference, Jimmy V? Do you hear the difference, audience? Let me know in the chat. This is without my microphone. Okay, this is me talking without my microphone. Now watch the difference. Here's the difference right here. You ready? Boom. Boom. Can you hear the difference? Can you hear the difference in my voice? And just see how much it enhances the audio. See how much it enhances the actual video. It enhances the experience. It just makes mountains of difference. It just makes a mountain of difference. And so, yeah, I would absolutely, thank you so much. I would absolutely definitely think about having some kind of inexpensive audio. You don't need a fancy $400 mic like this, but I would definitely think about investing in some inexpensive Blue Yeti lav mics or what have you that you can actually even plug into your phone, some of them. And the guy to ask would be Lewis. I would DM Lewis on Instagram or message him on Twitter. I think his Twitter account is the same handle because Lewis is my guy to go to for anything tech. Hey, Kelly in the house. Good to see you. Make sure you smash that smash button when you come on in, a.k.a. the like button. Good to see you, Kelly. Okay, if you have a question, leave them in the questionnaire. We got another question here from Ahmed, and I'm going to answer it. I don't even know if I can fit this in. Let's see. I'm finding it a challenge to go after the right client. I don't know which clients to go after. This is making me lose time and possible money. I write content for IT websites. Okay, hold on a second. And then he did leave another question. Let me see if I can get to your first question. Let me see if I can get to your first question here, which is really important. So basically, and I'm going to see if I can actually copy and paste this in the chat. This is a great question. Let me see. I don't think it can fit. But let's see here. Let me take that out. I write blogs. Okay. I also do videos. Okay. Okay. So let me see if this will fit in the chat right here. I'm gonna leave that in there and I'm gonna bring it up. So this is a question. This is a question from Ahmed. Thank you, Ahmed, for leaving a question in the questionnaire. And Philippa, if you're still here, I saw your question too. And in the pinned comment, you will see a questionnaire. Very simple. 1, 2, 3. Let me take a sip of green tea. Leave your question in the chat. Okay, we're happy to answer it. So Ahmad says, I'm finding it a challenge to go after the right client since I'm a content marketer. I don't know which client to go after. This is making me lose time and possibly money. And so this is related, Ahmad. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've got a perfect answer for this. You're going to love this. Make sure you stick around. Make sure you stick around. Okay. So content marketing. Okay. Content marketing. If your specialty is content marketing, okay, you need to understand who it is that needs your services. Who is the ideal customer avatar or client avatar that needs your services? The first people that come to mind to me are, especially if you want to make money, is every small business, medium-sized business. I would start with them before you get to the major dogs. But the major dogs have the real money. And so if you position yourself right, Ahmad, okay, content marketing, what small business or business can afford to not have some type of content strategy? And if you're doing content marketing, blogs, LinkedIn articles, Medium, if you're doing written content, blog posts and monetizing a blog, if you know how to do that for brands and businesses, and you know how to SEO it and do backlinking and all that stuff, that is invaluable. That's invaluable to your clients. And I would use content marketing, especially if you're a content marketer, I would use content marketing to create videos. Here's what I want you to do. Everybody, this goes for everybody. If you're selling services, okay, if you're trying to accrue clients, lead generation. And Philippa will love this too, because this relates to her, and it really relates to everybody. Whether you're a consultant, a coach, a digital marketer, social media marketer, content marketer, a chiropractor, anybody who's selling services, okay? What you should do is you should write down 10 to 15 to 20 questions that your ideal clients ask you all the time. And then what I would do is I would create either a video or a blog post answering those questions. So for example, How to Use Content Marketing to Grow My Business. That's a beautiful title. It gets right to the point. It serves. And if you deliver the goods on that, people are going to click on it. People are going to watch the video. What video does, I would highly suggest video, Ahmed, because I know you're a writer, but you have a YouTube channel. I would highly, highly suggest that you create videos on YouTube answering every one of those questions in perpetuity, okay, for as long as possible, building your brand, building your equity, building your awareness. And what's going to happen is people are going to be like, wow, if your videos are good and you're actually providing value, what's going to happen is people are going to go, wow, I'm getting a ton of value from Ahmed. He's really helping me with these ideas. He's helping me with ways I can market my business through content, how I can grow sales, conversions, equity, brand awareness, get my name out there, have some thought leadership, perhaps. These are things that businesses care about. And, especially small businesses and maybe even solopreneurs, people who the creator economy is booming. It's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And so even creators who could use content marketing could get value from this. And so that's what I would do. I would highly, highly target the right people and then write down 10 to 15 questions that they ask, that the problems that are the main issues and challenges and obstacles they face. And then you create content answering those questions. And you do that ad infinitum over and over again and watch what happens. People are going to, if you really do a good job and you really target and you really look at those first 30 seconds, hook them, nice thumbnail, good title, how to build your business through content marketing, how to get more sales with content marketing, how to grow your thought leadership with content marketing, those kinds of questions. I'm just throwing that out there. I promise you're going to see a vast difference. And you're going to grow and people are going to be like, hey, I'm living proof of this. A lot of my videos revolve around my business and the clients that I serve. And so I get this all the time. Nez, do you do any consulting? Nez, do you do any coaching? Nez, I'd like to hire you. I've actually gotten clients from Clubhouse without even trying. Just being me, just providing value. Don't try to sell, just solve problems. Just do amazing work and watch what happens. Just like what Lewis was saying earlier, you don't have to sell. If you just provide value unceasingly, that's how you're going to grow and that's how you're going to get the right clients. I hope that helps. Thank you so much. Ahmed. If you're just joining us, you're watching Office Hours with yours truly. I am your personal branding coach, author, speaker, content creator, Professor Nez. And we go live every single Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have guests on our podcast as well. We had Daryl Eves back on January talking about the YouTube Formula, his new book, which I've read pretty much 3/4 of the way through. And I feel like I'm getting to reel the meat and potatoes of the book, which is the third part. I'm really excited to see where that book goes. So make sure that you click subscribe, hit all the notifications, and you won't miss anything. So really, really important stuff. I want to get to, there is a question in the there is a questionnaire form in the chat. If you can fill that out, if you have any questions. Good to see you, Abdullah. Abdullah here from, okay, here you are. There he is. There's his channel, Lighthouse 9JAD TV. 9JATV. Okay, good to see you, Abdullah. Thank you for being here. Okay, I want to get to another question, and this one comes from Philippa. Okay, Philippa asks a great question. I love the emoji. Okay, so what's the second most important analytic? I love this, Philippa. You're amazing. And obviously you're talking about YouTube, right? So what was the first most important metric? I think I said 70%, right? 70% retention in the first 70% retention in the first 30 seconds, right? Okay. All right. There we go. Okay, good. For some reason, I guess StreamYard has a brand new indicator letting you know about connection status, which is really cool. So the first most important metric I talked about, which is the 70% retention after 30 seconds. The second most important analytic I would say that it kind of has a lot to do with, I think it's almost like a tie. What I would say, this is what I would say. I would say that it's kind of a tie between a couple of metrics. Number one is your click-through rate, and that's CTR. So click-through rate means how many times people actually clicked on your video, the percentage. And a good percentage to have would be, and this is very general. You want to really, it's really specific, and you want to look specifically to your own niche and channel. But if you can have a click-through rate that's close to 10% or higher, that's fairly good. And what is click-through rate? Click-through rate is the amount of times people, so YouTube shows your thumbnail. You have what's called impressions, and you may have thousands of impressions. Impressions means how many times YouTube showed your thumbnail to the viewer, okay? Whether on homepage, browse, or what have you. Just because they show your thumbnail doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get the click, which is why thumbnails are super, super important. And so work on your thumbnails. Your thumbnails are essential. It's the packaging of your video. And this goes for really Facebook. This goes for a lot of different things, because you can create a custom thumbnail on Facebook. You can create a custom thumbnail on, well, actually LinkedIn, it's the first 2 seconds, 3 seconds. So you may want to flash something in your videos on LinkedIn, but thumbnail is very, very important. Click-through rate. So CTR. If your CTR rate is 3 to 5%, you need to work on that. And so you can go into your analytics, and for each video, it'll tell you what the CTR is, the click-through rate. And then when I say average view duration, and even average percentage viewed, I wouldn't really worry about that too much. But the point of that is basically, here's the key. Okay, here's the key to YouTube. If you want to win on YouTube, this is the simplest way I can put it. You want people to click. You want people to watch as long as possible. Watch the video as long all the way to the end as much as possible, and you want them to click on another video. If you have those three things optimized for your videos, YouTube is going to absolutely promote the crap out of you. They're going to promote you all over the place, and your channel is going to blow up. You got to get people to click. Powerful thumbnail, enticing title. You got to get people to watch. Get that average view duration. And then you got to somehow have a strong call to action, entice them to watch, okay, another video. Average view per viewer is another metric that's really, really important. But it really boils down to those three things. Get them to click, get them to watch as long as possible, and get them to watch another video. And I will talk about this even more in depthly in the video that I'm going to come out with using this brand new channel as a real case study. I'm really excited to talk about that. You're welcome, Ahmed. You're absolutely welcome, Ahmed. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think I would love to hear from you. And if you have a question, there is a questionnaire form in the pinned comment. I would love for you to fill out that questionnaire. We're approaching the 60-minute. We're passing the 60-minute mark, so I'm probably going to shut down the stream in the next. I'll take another couple of questions, but here's the thing. If I don't get to your question, it's first come, first serve. You can still fill out that questionnaire on YouTube, and I will answer it next week, because guess what? We go live every single Sunday, office hours, live Q&A, where you can ask me anything and get all your questions answered. So make sure you click subscribe on YouTube, hit the notifications, and I'll see you there. Okay. I think we have another couple of questions. And if you haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure that you click that subscribe button, because I'm bringing you brain-busting content every single week, not just the live stream, but also a ton of videos helping you to grow your impact and your income online, helping you grow on YouTube, helping you grow on this thing called the internet. Whether you want to advance your career, start and grow an online business, turn your YouTube channel into a full-time business, I'm here to help. You're going to get a lot of content about that. Abdullah, I'm totally here to help you grow, brother. And yes, I think I answered a lot of your questions, but I'm happy to answer more. Hopefully you listened to what I just said, and if you really optimize for that, you're going to really get a lot of value from this. Vivek Chandra, are you still here on LinkedIn? Give me a hashtag me, or just say yes in the chat if you're still here. Vivek Chandra says, how many pages should I have in my resume? So you have to understand something. Audience psychology is really, really important when it comes to this. And this actually has to do with, because I get this question all the time for YouTube too. I get this question all the time for cover letters. I get this question all the time for about pages on LinkedIn. I get this all the time for how long should my video be? I'm going to say this, and really it's going to cover everything, okay, Vivek? It's going to help you. Your resume should be as long as it needs to be, okay? If you understand end user psychology, you absolutely know that without a shadow of doubt, attention spans are shrinking exponentially across the board, okay? And if you understand that, conciseness is absolutely the way to go. Thank you, Steve. Finally, somebody says, I love your new setup. I'm just kidding. I know some of you have already said that, but I can never hear enough because I worked my ass off for this. And so I really love this setup. And it's simple, yet colorful, and I like it. And by the way, look, I got this cool light in the background where I can kind of... Which one do you like better? Do you like this color? Do you like that color? Do you like sort of medium blue, serious blue, red? What do you think of that? Orange to kind of match this light right here behind me. Let's see. We got a little bright. Oh, that's kind of cool, isn't it? Which one do you guys like better? Yellow. The one that I had it on before was right here. I really like that color a lot. This is sort of blue purplish, I guess. Here's purple. That's kind of cool. I kind of like purple. But which one do you guys like? Do you guys like... I don't like the pink. That's like real purple. I don't really like the... I like the green, but it's a little too Christmassy. I think that would be good for Christmas. But yeah, the orange, I agree with you. The orange is kind of nice, right, Philippa? Yeah, this is kind of like the orange that matches. It kind of matches my my Baroque, if you will, or old school artifact light here. It's like a kerosene lamp from the 1900s. Yeah, I do like that color. I really do like that color. I thought it was a little too like blendy. It's too bland. But I think my favorite one is this one. I really like that. But I'm gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave it on orange for a while. We could actually do this too. Tell me if this is the most annoying thing on the planet. Is this the most annoying thing on the planet? Way super annoying. I think I can change the volume of that. What is that? Is that super annoying right there in the background? Is that very distracting? Let me know in the chat. So Vivek, while we're doing that, so Vivek, let me get back to your question. If you understand end user psychology, okay, and if you understand, okay, that people's attention spans are shrinking over and over and over again, it's actually kind of distracting me now. What I would say is, I'm going to put it back on orange. If you understand, okay, then conciseness is everything. And so conciseness is, yeah, I agree with you, Lewis. Conciseness is everything. And so I think this would be, I think that's about the slowest, I think. Or is that too fast? That's a lot slower. Hey, Walter, good to see you. Fantastic, Walter. I'm still kind of figuring this thing out here, but yeah, I don't know if I like I'm not sure if I like the flash. I kind of like the way it was before. But yeah, I'm going to leave it on orange for a while because I do like it matches the lighting right here. It's kind of cool. Yeah, Vivek, I hope that answers your question because it's really, really important. And, if you want to work with me, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm happy to help you with that. But the most important thing that I can say to you is that this is a big, big decision for you. You have to think of this as an investment in your future. Where you work is going to establish your reputation for the rest of your life. The money that you make, okay, is going to help you live the kind of life that you want to live. The place that you work, if it's not a powerful place to work and a place that gives you purpose and value, you're going to be miserable, and that's going to kill your chances to advance. And so, you have to think of this as an investment. I would really highly consider thinking about working with a professional like me. I'm the best at this. Nobody's better than me at this. And so think about that. But if you want to do it yourself, God bless you. God bless you, and I wish you nothing but the best. Just make sure that if you go over a page or 2 or 3 pages, that it's warranted, that it's absolutely necessary. That's the best advice I can give you. Okay, guys, anybody else have any last second questions? I'm happy to answer. Let's see, we got another question here from Kelly. I love it. Kelly, you're the best. Kelly, you rock. Kelly is another amazing individual who I met on Clubhouse. And I'm really, really excited to answer this. Okay, so Kelly says, for YouTube, I've heard that tags are not so important. I've seen some channels not use them, and they still have good view count. So I'm new, so I'm taking full advantage of all the features. But I don't want anything to hurt my new channel. What do you think? Yeah, so tags are completely useless. You're not going to win YouTube with tags. And when I say completely useless, I mean it's still a feature, but I'm going to show you something. I'm actually going to show you proof, unlike these other people who just say tags are everything, or the people at TubeBuddy, or they want to sell you on the service by saying tags are important. Tags are not important because look, I'm going to go straight from the source. I'm going to show you straight from the source, Kelly. This is such a good question. I'm going to show you straight from the source what exactly I'm talking about, okay, right now. And so if you go into your video, and what I'm going to do is actually here, you know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to screen share this and see if I can show you in real time. But check this out. So if you go in your tags, okay, on your analytics, watch this. It actually says it right here. Okay, and I'm going to screen share this. Okay. Let's see if I can show you. This is the most important thing. This is the most important thing that I'm going to show you right now. So I'm going to screen share this. Let me know if you can see this. I'm going to highlight something for you. Okay? I'm going to highlight something for you. So this is the tag section of everybody's video in YouTube Studio. Okay? And I just want to show you something that I'm going to highlight there. This is directly from YouTube. Tags can be useful if content in your video is commonly misspelled. Otherwise, tags play a minimal role in helping viewers find your video. That's kind of the polite way of YouTube saying you're not going to win with tags, okay? Because here's the thing. Here's what's happened with YouTube. That's straight from the horse's mouth. That's not just somebody's opinion. That's not just somebody's, so-called YouTube guru or expertise. That's literally straight from the horse's mouth. Okay, Kelly? And so that's YouTube literally saying, okay, that you're not going to win with tags. You're not. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't still take advantage. You saw, I literally looked at this video that's live right now. That was where I was in my analytics. And you see that I put tags in there. I put tags in there. Why? Because the feature still exists. And any information that I can provide to YouTube that gives them a little bit more context about what my video is about, I'm going to put it in there. So here's my advice to you. Use tags, but don't focus on tags. Like you can use tags. Just be honest about your tags. Does it really, really relate to the video? Does it really, really relate to the content? And you don't need to fill up the 500. I would say anywhere between 300 and 350 will suffice. But you're not going to win on YouTube with tags. That's not where you win. But it still exists, right? It's still a feature, and anytime it's still a feature, I'm going to use it. Okay, so I'm gonna absolutely use it. Let me change my lights here. I kind of like that better. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a difference. Roberto Blake, yes, RB, my main man RB in the house. How you doing, RB? Good to see you. I call him RB because we're tight like that. Good to see you, RB. How are you, sir? Yeah. So, Kelly, absolutely. I wouldn't worry about it. You're not going to win on YouTube with tags. You're not going to win on YouTube with SEO. Even though it is the second largest search engine, it all comes down to human beings. What is going to compel human beings to click on your video? Again, that very, very important metric, the first 30 seconds, and what's going to help them to decide if I can watch another video. Okay, you really want to get, this comes straight from Todd too, the product discovery, head of product discovery at YouTube. Get them to click, get them to watch, and instead of subscribing and liking, get them to watch another video. If you can do that, you're going to absolutely do fine. And Kelly, I know you. I've known you for a while. I know you come with intelligence. I know you come with intention, and I'm really proud of you, and I know you're going to crush it. And so, really, really just focus on making the best videos you can for your viewers. Lewis says, I use tags to my advantage. Mr. Camera Junkie is tagged in everything I do. If you Google that hashtag, all of my content shows up. Google, not for search or discoverability. Yeah, absolutely. And my man RB says, YouTubers think everything they do has to be for the purpose of giving them views or subscriber. That's not the purpose of or the function of the system. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, I know RB will back me up when I say this. Subscribers don't, that's not the metric that brings value to your channel. It's not about subscribers. You ask any YouTuber, okay? I can go into my analytics right now, and I guarantee you, without even having to look, it's going to say that 90% of my views, if not higher, come from non-subscribers, which is actually a good thing. It's not a bad thing. And so let me see if I can go look at audience, channel analytics. I'm going to show you this right now if I can. Okay, look at this. Here's watch time from subscribers versus unsubscribed. Okay, look at this. I'm going to screen share this. I'm actually in my analytics right now. And I'm going to screen share this. Let me see if I can do this real fast. Hold on 1 second. So look at this. Look at this. This is straight from analytics. Can you guys see this right now? This is my channel analytics, actually. And so you can see that watch time from subscribers, and that's the last 28 days. If I change that to lifetime, I don't think it's probably going to go higher, but I changed that to lifetime. Okay, it's 80% versus 20%. But I mean, that's the majority of my views. And you ask, I bet if RB, what's your subscriber to non-subscriber ratio as far as watch time goes? I'm sure his is probably even higher than mine. It might be. I mean, I had Evan Carmichael, who I talked to. I know you guys know who Evan Carmichael is. Evan Carmichael has 2-point-something million subscribers, and his is 90%. 90% of his views don't come from his subscribers, right? So majority of them come from unsubscribers. And I think across the board, you're going to find that that is the case. It's a very, very common thing. And so here's my point. So like it's so funny because YouTube rewards us with, vanity metrics. YouTube does. They give you play buttons. It's all about the subscribers. 100,000 subscribers, silver play button. Million subscribers, gold play button. And believe you me, I want both of those, and I'm going to get there because I ain't never going to stop. But it really, if you want to turn this into a business, if you want to turn this into, which I hope you do, and you think of it with a business mentality, and you want to do this full time, and you want to actually create value, it has nothing to do with subscribers, okay? It has to do with building a thriving community, making videos that people want to watch, making videos that YouTube identifies, hey, this video is getting engagement, it's getting watch time, people are clicking on it, they're watching it all the way through. That's what you want to do. You want to create the best content that you can possible. Obviously, you think about your audience. Obviously, you cater it to your audience. But don't think of, okay, now that I have 50,000 subscribers, now I can take this seriously. Now that I have 10,000 subscribers, now I can ask people for brand deals and sponsorships. I know channels that have less than 5,000 subscribers and they're making a full-time income through brand deals, sponsorships, affiliate, membership. They've built a thriving community and they've really understood the value that they bring, and they've catered their videos, and they have amazing, amazing substance. It's substantive content. That's how you're going to win. You're not going to win with SEO. You're not going to win with tags. Again, it's not that it's in. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, by the way. Thank you so much, Kelly. I really, really appreciate that. Love the super sticker. Thank you. $3 super sticker. Big thank you, Kelly. I really, really appreciate that. Oh, okay. So RB's got a 55-45 ratio. It depends. Chris P in the house. Good to see you. Digital Mastermind. DJ Mastermind. Good to see you. Great to be here. By the way, if you're just joining us, I just want to say that you're watching Office Hours with yours truly. We go live every single Sunday. 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And this is our weekly live stream. It's an office hours where you can ask me anything. There's a questionnaire in the chat if you want to fill out a question. I'm going to end the stream pretty soon. We've gone almost 2 hours. I'm not Niminati, so my live streams are usually about an hour, hour and a half. And so I'm gonna be ending this pretty soon, but I would highly, highly recommend that you click subscribe. And I would highly, highly recommend, I would love it actually even more if you hit that like button and share this out, because guess what? We're going to be going live a lot more, and we're going to be going live every single week like we always do. And by the way, we also have amazing guests on our live stream podcast show. We had Daryl Eves on. He was the last guest that we've had on the show talking about the YouTube formula. RB, my man RB has been on the show before. Actually, it's funny because me and Roberto go way back. And actually, Roberto was one of the first, probably, you know what? I think RB was on the show back in 2016, my Facebook live show, before I even did it on YouTube. And RB was a phenomenal guest. It's a 4-part interview. Where you guys know RB, you know Roberto. Roberto just drops serious wisdom grenades time and time again. And so, so make sure that you click subscribe. We're bringing the best content that we can, helping you, inspiring you to grow your impact and your income online. Mostly just inspiring you, I'm hoping. My ultimate gain, my ultimate motivation is to inspire you. I want to inspire you above all else. I don't want you to buy anything that I'm selling or buy my products and services. You don't have to buy a thing. You don't have to join my membership program. You don't have to do any of that stuff. And this is not reverse psychology, I promise you. I'm fine. I'm very lucky and blessed to have 2 thriving online businesses and multiple streams of revenue. And I'm living proof that you can do this too. There's nothing supernatural about Professor Nez. There's nothing, extraordinary or out of the blue or unique about Professor Nez. There's nothing even original about Professor Nez. There's tons of people doing this. It's just, I know that this is where I need to be. I know who my audience is. I know what I need to deliver to them. And I learned this over time. You know, I don't know if you know this or not, but I don't just call myself Professor Nez for no reason. I don't just call myself professor. I teach business communications, and actually I've invited Daryl, and RB knows this too. I've actually talked to RB on Twitter that these guys, I told Daryl, I go, anytime you're in Southern California, this goes for you too, RB, if you're still here, I want you to come talk to my business students, because I am very deeply saddened by the educational system in North America specifically. I teach business communications. I've been teaching it for 2 decades. The reason I do it at a very, very minimal, low load, like 2 classes a semester, is first of all, they don't pay professors jack. But second of all, because, I can't stand that world. It really bums me out, because tenured professors who rest on their laurels they have absolutely zero interest in really evolving and changing and adapting to modern times. And there's no incentive for them too. So they're teaching students 100-year-old concepts in business, marketing, communications, and it drives me crazy. That's part of the reason why I still teach, is because I'm hoping to provide some kind of value. I want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much, Philippa, for the £5 super chat. I really appreciate it. Ahmed, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really, really appreciate that. That's 100. I don't even know what kind of currency that is. Is that rupee? Thank you so much, Ahmad. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, absolutely, Lewis. Absolutely. Hey, Abdullah, that's the wrong way to do it, brother. That's the wrong way to do it. That's just going to hurt your channel. If you've been listening to anything I've been saying, if you've been listening at all, this really saddens me, Abdullah. This is the wrong way to do it. Begging people to subscribe to your channel is not how you do it. Paying for Google ads and paying for promotions to people to subscribe to your channel is not how you do it. That's the exact opposite of how you do it. And so Abdullah, this is how you do it. I've said this once. I'm going to say it again. This is the wrong way to do it. I'm only putting you on blast because I want everybody to listen to this. You're actually being a great teacher right now. This is the wrong way to do it. Do not beg, do not pay, do not buy subscribers and followers. You need to earn your views. You need to earn your subscribers. You need to build relationships. You need to build engagement. This takes time. This takes time. This is the wrong way to do it. I beg you. You're begging us. I'm begging you. Stop this. It's not going to help. It's going to hurt your channel. If anything, it's going to hurt your channel. I told you that I started a brand new channel January 23rd. I did not do one molecule of promotion. YouTube found the audience for me because I highly targeted. I've only got 7 videos on there, okay? And I've already got over 20,000 views. This channel started January 23rd of this year, almost 8 weeks ago. And I'm going to go in depth in a brand new video talking about what I did specifically. It's a brand new channel, highly niche down to the core. And I did not do one single promotion yet. It's got 20,000 plus views. I'm approaching 200 subscribers. I've got almost 4,000 hours of watch time in less than 8 weeks. It's at about 3,500 watch time hours. We're going to monetize this hopefully by the summer. And so I'm telling you, I know that you have the propensity and the inclination because you want to grow, but this is not how you do it, Abdullah. Please don't do this. This is not how you do it. I get passionate about this stuff. I get very, very passionate about this stuff because I see creators doing this all the time. And I understand the motive. I get it. I get it. I know. But it takes work. It takes time. It takes honing your craft. By the way, Abdullah, I remember how many subscribers you said you had. You said you had somewhere around 225 or 7. How old is your channel? I want to ask you that question. How old is your channel? That's absolutely true because those are inactive viewers. Philippa says, as I understand it, if someone subscribes but doesn't watch the videos, it will hurt your channel. That's absolutely true. That's 100% true. Because those are dead to subscribers. And it's just a vanity metric. It's just an ego thing, you know? It's an ego thing. That's all it is. Look at me. I've got 10,000, 100,000, 200,000 subscribers, 1 million subscribers. It's just an ego thing. And I get the ego thing too. I totally understand. I literally, guys, I'm not judging Abdullah. I love you, Abdullah, by the way. I just want you to know that. Because I know the feeling, brother. I know the feeling, man. I relate. And I empathize with you, dude. But I'm telling you, there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. And that is definitely capital W, the wrong way to do it. You want active subscribers. You want active views. You want real people, not robots, watching, commenting, and engaging with your stuff. And here's the cool thing. Here's the absolute cool thing. If you do YouTube right, okay? If you do YouTube right, you don't need to pay for anything. If you do YouTube right, they will find the audience for you. If you do YouTube right, you can grow evergreen. You can grow organically. And I don't even like using the word organically because it's so overused. But I'm telling you right now, there's no other platform on planet Earth like YouTube. I said it once, I'll say it again. A tweet lasts 2 seconds. A Facebook post lasts 10 seconds. A LinkedIn post lasts a minute. A Snapchat lasts 24 hours. A story. I mean, there's nowhere on planet Earth that I can think of that your content can actually have longevity and you can still get views, royalty income. I mean, my top performing videos that are earning the most revenue are over 3 years, 4 years old. I've got a couple videos in there that are recent, but it just takes time. It just takes time. Where are you, Abdullah? I hope I didn't scare you off. Because actually, I mean what I say. You're actually being a great teacher right now. You're actually being a fantastic teacher right now. Because you're teaching all of us and you're reminding all of us that this is not the way to do it. It's just not the way to do it, brother. And so I hope you understand that, and I hope that makes a lot of sense. I want to just remind you again, just in case you forgot. You're watching Office Hours with yours truly, your personal branding coach, business owner, author, speaker, etc. And this is a show where we go live every single week, every single Sunday. It's Office Hours, where you can ask me anything. If I didn't get to your question, leave a question in the, fill out the questionnaire form that's in the pinned comment on YouTube. It's also pinned on Facebook and I believe on LinkedIn. But use that pinned comment and fill out that form, and you can ask your question there. And I always do first come, first serve. And so you can get your question answered first next week. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Well, actually, I still will go live. I know next Sunday. Well, actually, let me get a pulse here. Let me do a quick survey here of you guys that are here live. And if you're watching this on the replay, I'd love to see your comments. So next Sunday is Easter Sunday, major holiday. I know my family and I have plans, but our plans are not until I think late afternoon. We're going to be going to my mother-in-law's house or whatever. I don't even know. My wife plans all this stuff. I have no clue. I'm just a dumb husband. I don't know what's going on half the time. But I know we're doing something, but we're not doing something early in the morning. So let me know in the chat. Give me a cool emoji. Give me a really cool emoji in the chat if you're going to be here next Sunday. If you're like, Nez, I will be here next Sunday. Or just give me a hashtag yes. If you're like, Nez, no way, Easter Sunday, I've got family, I've got things going on, give me a hashtag no. So I'd love to hear from you guys who are here live. What's your vibe? Are you guys, if you say I'm going to be here, I will do it because, I don't want to ever miss a weekly live stream unless it's absolutely, emergency, family, something like that. So if you say you're going to be here, Walter says I will be here. I will watch the replay. I'll be in church, but I will watch the replay. Thank you, Walter. It's so great to see you, Walter. And I know you're nearing a very, very big milestone, Walter, which I'm really, really proud of you, brother. Let's see. I want to go to your channel real fast. Where are you at currently on your channel, Walter? Oh my God. OMG. Look at Walter. Walter is at, holy macadamia nut. I am so proud of you, dude. Walter Wayburn is at 91, almost 92,000 subscribers. Let's all give a big hand for our awesome member of our Nez Nation family, Walter Wayburn. Walter's been a part of this family for a long time, and I call you guys a family. Because our mission statement here at Nez Nation is bringing more humanness to this digitalness. We hear all the time, all the naysayers, we hear a lot of hate. We hear a lot of people say that this internet thing is killing us, it's destroying us, it's separating us, it's dividing us. I would say humans are doing that, not the internet. The internet is just a tool. I've met some of the most amazing people on planet Earth on this thing called the internet, in this thing called the digital world. I've met my man RB, aka Roberto Blake, Lewis, Philippa, Walter, Ahmed, Sweeney Dunstan, Darlene, Dexter Media, my man Joe Dexter. I've met amazing people. And there's so many more. I mean, there's so many more. Elena. I've met so many amazing people. Daryl. I wouldn't have met Daryl if it wasn't for this thing called the internet. This is just the landscape. This is just the arena. It's the people who are composed of the arena. Those are the ones who make the choices and make the differences. You can wield this tool for darkness, or you can wield this tool for lightness. Are there a lot of bad people out there and a lot of people taking advantage of the internet? Absolutely there are. There's tons of people. But that's just like saying there's bad people in the world. Of course there is. I always like, I wonder if RB is still here. I think he'll get a kick out of this. Roberto, if you're still here, listen to this. One of my favorite quotes is from George Lucas. It's just kind of funny because it's so like cool. He says there's two types of people in the world. There's creators and there's destroyers. Which one are you? Are there a lot of destroyers on the internet? Absolutely. Are there a lot of destroyers doing stuff like this? Absolutely. DJ Mastermind, it's so good to see you, brother. DJ Mastermind is an awesome dude. I met on this thing called the internet. I met on this thing called Clubhouse. Lewis too. Philippa too. And so, yeah, like there's bad people in the world. There are people destroying in the world. And actually both are needed. Like you can't have, I'm gonna throw a little monkey wrench in your noggin right now, but we need pain in life. We need darkness in life, because without darkness, we would never experience the light. Without pain, we'd never experience pleasure. So we actually need creators and we need destroyers. But, when you get to my age, you get to be more selective. When you've been in the online game for over 2 decades like I have. I mean, I remember dial-up internet, y'all. I remember that sound. AOL. You've got mail. I remember all that. When you get to where I'm at, and I'm not saying this like bombastically or narcissistically, just, you know what? I'm old. I'm an old dude. I'm 44 years old, y'all. And I feel like I'm 22 because I love doing what I do. You guys make me feel young. You guys inspire me. As much as I hope that I'm inspiring you, you guys inspire me. Beyond a shadow of doubt. So we actually need both. Yeah, look at that, RB. RB says both. Yep, there it is, man. There it is. Yeah, we need both. We absolutely do. And so, this is what I want to say to you. You have choices. You are the governor of your domain. You are the arbiter of your time. What you give attention to, you give power to. Don't ever forget this. There's a lot of things in life that we have zero control over. COVID, I had zero control over that. Crises and abysmal actions and activities by our fellow human beings, politicians, etc. You have zero control over that. If you really want to know the truth, 90% of the things in life you have zero control over. But what you have absolute sovereignty over, please listen to this. I beseech you, please listen to this. What you have absolute sovereignty over is what you pay attention to. Freedom of choice. Free will, not so much. I know this is going to cause a lot of waves. You really don't have free will, but you do have free choice. What's the difference? Tons of things in life happen beyond your control, okay? I could have been born a female living in Tunisia. I could have been born to completely different parents. I could be speaking Swahili instead of English right now. I could have been born in a different time era. I have no idea when I'm going to pass on this earth. I hope it's a lot farther down the line, but it could happen right after this stream. Knock on wood. But what I have absolute power over is what I give my attention to. And what you give your attention to, you give power to. If you give your attention to negativity, it has power over you. If you give attention to negative people, they have power over you. If you give attention into negative information, friends, and I've called friends the ultimate murderers of your dreams. They are the secret assassins of your dreams. Who do you give your time to? You give them power. Anything you give attention to, a negative thought, thoughts about yourself feeling bad, thoughts about yourself being inadequate, thoughts about, not being sufficient, comparing yourself to other creators, FOMO. Like my man Henry Miller said, the great author, comparisons are odious. Do not compare yourself. So this is where you have all the power. What you give attention to, you give power to. And so I choose to give my attention to the people, places like my man RB, like my man Jurgen, like my man Lewis. I give my attention to the things that empower me, inspire me. I'll tell you this right now. I had a Clubhouse room. This is the first time I've ever seen this. I was in a Clubhouse room and it was swarmed with like 15 to 20 people trolling the room. And I was inviting people on stage. And about 4 or 5 of them got on stage, and they literally, all of them in tandem, it was like a planned frickin' imperial strike. It was like a winged attack. They all came at me. I've never seen anything like it. It was the first time I ever went on Clubhouse and was just bombarded by trolls. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. And I don't really experience a lot of that. I'll be honest. I mean, of course, do I get negative comments? Do I get hateful comments? Of course, everybody does. You can't do this long enough and not get that. But I've been lucky that for the most part, I really have an amazing community, amazing audience, and people are just fantastic. But I'm telling you right now, I couldn't believe it. This happened on Clubhouse about a week ago. I was on one of my walks, which I like to get on Clubhouse and talk to people and help people and talk YouTube, etc. And I had like 20 people, and they all knew each other. They all jumped in the room, and 5 of them got on stage because I was saying, hey, if you want to come up and ask a question, like we always do, and I'm welcoming. Man, I've never had to remove so many people from the stage in my life. It was actually really disheartening. Now, here's my point. This is why I said this. Now, I could have paid attention to them because you have to understand that neurologically, the brain focuses on negative more than it does on positive. Don't ask me why, but it is the case. And I think everybody in this chat right now, live or listening to this on the replay or podcast, can attest to you can get 100 comments that are beamingly positive, but that one negative comment, that's the one that we focus on. Give me a hashtag, yeah, if you feel me. Give me a hashtag, yeah, in the chat if you feel me. Lewis. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I love it. Oh, I love that, Walter. Walter says I'm 58, but feel 18. I love that. That's gold. Give me a hashtag, yeah, if you feel me. You'll get like 50 amazing comments, 100,000 awesome comments. My man Chris P. Giles says yes. CPG. Can I call you CPG? I like that. I call my man Roberto RB. RB in the house. Roberto Blake. CPG in the house. W squared in the house. Yeah, you get like 50, tons of great comments, but it's that one negative one that sticks with you. Why is that? This is psychologically, it's just the way your mind absorbs information. It's just based on neuroscience, actually. And so I could have easily, here's my point, I could have easily paid attention to those trolls and allowed those trolls to really dictate my future endeavors on this platform. Now, I'm not saying, look at me, I'm Nez, look how cool I am. I'm just saying it really, really flustered me. I was flustered. I was shook because it was like a winged attack. I'm telling you, it was like a planned, organized attack. I didn't know who these people were. I had no idea where they came from, but all of them, it was just a strategic, organized blast. I was shook. But you notice I got on Clubhouse yesterday. I've gotten on Clubhouse since then. I met awesome Philippa. I met awesome people on Clubhouse, like I always do every time I go on there. Don't allow these things to dictate your life. Don't allow negativity to win. That's why we're bringing more humanness to this digitalness. I've built amazing relationships on this. What you give power to, what you give attention to, you give power to. Where are you placing your attention? Ask that question in earnest. Ask that question in earnest. Where are you placing your attention? That is your ultimate sovereignty. That is your ultimate power. I want to say thank you to Lewis, Walter, CPG, Ahmed, Felipa. I want to say thank you to Roberto, my man RB in the house. I want to say thank you to Ahmed. I want to say thank you to you, Abdullah. I'm glad you're still here. I hope you got what I said. Let's see. Felipa says, it's probably our hardwiring to look for threats. Yeah, it is. It's fight or flight. Survival instinct, which doesn't know between physical threat over internet. Yes, you're absolutely right. That's exactly what it is, as a matter of fact. I know that for a fact. I'm not a psychologist. I don't have an educational degree in psychology, but I can honestly say that I've studied the mind for over 25 years because I talk a lot about this on my channel. As a young man, I'm 44 now, but as a young man from 18 to 29, I suffered. You're going to find this surprising, Philippa, and maybe a lot of you. But as a young man, I suffered from debilitating anxiety and depression, almost to the point where I was pulling a Hamlet. I was really close to pulling a Hamlet. To be or not to be. Should I do it or should I not? I think the only reason I didn't do it, it got that bad. I think the only reason I didn't do it was because my family, my parents would have just, I couldn't do it. I didn't care about myself, but my family would have suffered immeasurably if I would have done that. Thank God I didn't. And so I've studied the mind for a long time. I've studied cognitive behavioral therapy, exposure therapy, Eastern methodologies, Western methodologies. I've practiced, studied, read every book on the planet because I listened to people in white coats. I took a bunch of pills and none of it worked. I actually will say I give credit to one amazing psychotherapist that I saw when I was 23 years old. And this is when I've been studying this stuff for years before going to see her. And this doctor, I forget her name, but she was so sweet to me. Our very first meeting, this doctor could have milked thousands of dollars from me. But this doctor, she stood up as soon as I started, after our first session, she stood up and she looked me straight in the eye and she said, don't ever come back here again. I said, I was so blown aback. I was 23 years old at the time. I was so blown away. I was like, what do you mean don't ever come here again? Like, you're supposed to help me. You're a doctor. And you know what she said to me? This is what she said to me. She said, don't ever come back here again because you actually know more about this than I do. And you're going to be fine. Just keep practicing what you're practicing. I was blown away. I was blown away that this doctor did that. She changed my life. She saved my life. This is why I am fueled. She inspired me. This is why when I tell my students, I don't want to teach you anything. I want to inspire you. This is why I value experiential learning, not intellectual learning. I'm gonna cry right now. It was such an emotional moment for me because she basically gave my power back. She said, stop relinquishing control, stop relinquishing your power and giving attention to all these people and things. You just need to keep doing you. And I kept doing me. And now, hopefully, I've inspired other people. A lot of my top performing videos have to do with this dude right here, the dude inside your dome, which I've been studying forever. And I'm going to keep on keeping on because it's so important. You cannot run a successful business. You cannot have a successful outer game if your inner game don't mean nothing. You cannot have a successful professional life, let alone personal life, if your inner game is whack. And you've got all the nice things externally, but your inner game is whack. And so that's why I talk a lot about this on my channel. It may seem irrelevant to online business, branding, marketing, etc., business communications, but it's actually very, very relevant. And so I'm really proud of that. And so, yeah, that doctor, she was amazing. I'm sure she was probably a lot like you, Philippa. I really like your energy and I love your vibe. I think you're going to be a major success, Philippa. One of these days, we're going to all meet in person. And lunch is going to be on me, or dinner is going to be on me, because I think having an in-person meeting would be so much fun. One of these days, we're going to do it. I want to invite all of you. You're all cordially invited that are listening, watching, and hanging out right now. Hey, thank you so much, CPG. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Lewis. Lewis, I really, really appreciate that. Yeah, it's literally nothing. It's really nothing crazy. It's nothing like supernatural. It's just really like, it really goes back to Emerson and Whitman's idea of self-reliance. I really get upset when people say this advertisement made me, the Russians made me vote for Donald Trump. Nobody made you do anything. This whole idea that the internet is taking control of our body, our mind, our actions, yeah, there's some persuasiveness and there's some leaning, but nobody put a gun to your head. Nobody makes you do anything you don't want to do. Nobody does. You need to take your power back. There's a lot of people that are going to disagree with me. No. These marketers and entities and Cambridge Analytica and all this stuff, they're using us as puppets, and we're just on a puppet string. There's a lot of people, even my colleagues, who disagree with me. I am vehement about this. You have control over your life. You have power over what you give attention to. You should exercise critical discernment and critical thinking. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the longest stream of office hours ever. We're literally coming up on 2 hours here. I mean, over 2 hours, I think. This is amazing. I've never gone this long. I actually don't have a client meeting today. Usually I have a client meeting after the stream. But you guys have inspired me. And you guys have absolutely just motivated me to no end. And I love each and every one of you guys. I really do. There's nothing that brings me more. I feed off of other people's energy. I feed off of other people's questions and curiosity. And so you guys have really, really made me so happy. And with that, I can't think of a better place to end. So super excited. If you have any questions, I would highly, maybe like you even want to come back and you're like, you know what, Nez, I forgot to ask you this. This form will be in the description of this video. It's going to process after the stream is over, after the podcast is over. This form is in the show notes. This form is in the description. This form is in the pinned comment. You can always come back, fill out this form, and I will get to your question first next week. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to fill out that question. Feel free to fill out that form. I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the super chats. Thank you so much for the super stickers. Thank you everybody who was here. What a fantastic stream this was. This was a real powerhouse stream. And I just appreciate every single one of you. I hope you have a wonderful week. Stay tuned. Hit subscribe. I've got brain-busting content coming your way, especially that case study on the new channel that I started. And I wish you guys nothing but the best. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. And if I don't see you next week, I'll probably see you on Clubhouse. And I hope to see you guys soon. So have an inspiring week. Love you to death. And we'll talk soon. Thank you, guys.